from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
I believe that it is fully sexist, you know what I mean, about the different, pricing girl stuff higher.
A new study says that if you're shopping for women, it'll cost you more than similar products packaged for men. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. Stephanie has the evening off. A Consumer Affairs report compared 800 man and woman versions of products. The results say that things packaged for women are 7% more expensive. Valley News Team's Nicole Johnson joins the last-minute Christmas shoppers at the mall to get their take.
Add find a parking spot to your to-do list if you're heading to the mall. It's packed with last-minute shoppers like Heather Olson and her 2 kids. Would you pay more for something if it were pink rather than a different color?
If I really wanted it, probably.
We told her about the recent report that says girls' products are more expensive.
Maybe sometimes, but not with everything. I wouldn't necessarily agree. I think definitely if it has a Disney character or something.
We explained to another mom how a certain scooter sold at Target for boys cost $24.99 and the exact same version sold in pink for girls runs $49.99.
I think that they do that just for sales and to make more money, and I don't think that it's right.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think it's price and demand. If there's more of a demand for the girls' bikes, then you're going to raise the price. It makes perfect sense to me.
I believe that it is fully sexist, you know what I mean, about the different, pricing girl stuff higher to boys, because I have 3 boys, so yeah. And every time I've shopped for girls, I'm like, wow, it's amazing.
Do you think people are willing to pay more when it's this type of rush shopping?
Yes. If it's convenient, absolutely. And I guess when you have kids, if you can get something right then and there, you're going to grab it.
Something to keep an eye on if you're last-minute shopping or just in general. The study claims even little things like hairspray, razors, and dry cleaning are marked up for women. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
It is an interesting study. To read more about it and other product price differences, head to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. And if you still need to do some last-minute shopping and need some gift ideas, consider these. For Dad, items like a scarf and gloves can be nice for those long winter months. Store employees say Toy Story and Star Wars themed gifts have been popular for kids. And for moms and women, the Sephora Favorites gift set lets you try different perfume, then you get 1 free bottle of your favorite. The West Acres Mall, by the way, open until 10 p.m. tonight. At JCPenney's, they're staying open until midnight. Mild temps out there today, and the sky has remained mostly cloudy. Now it's mostly dark. Let's head over to Justin Fanfarelli to see what we can expect the rest of the evening. Justin?
Thank you, Mike. Good evening, everybody. Well, we're seeing cloudy skies out there. Not that bad today in terms of temperatures, into the upper 20s in most places. We couldn't really get rid of the clouds, and some snow showers around now showing up on radar. The heaviest bands, if you can call them that, just to the west of I-29 between Grand Forks and Fargo. But the activity is stretching all the way back toward Bismarck. We've got those cloudy skies lasting through the overnight period, keeping temperatures up. 23 right now, Fargo, at Wahpeton, 22 at Grand Forks, 18 Langdon, Devils Lake, 23 as you make your way out toward Detroit Lakes. Those clouds will stick around, and so will temperatures into the lower 20s with that brisk northwesterly wind as we go through the evening hours. Then we're going to stay quiet over the next couple of days and tracking a system. Our next chance of some snow showers Friday night into Saturday. We'll get into all the details and full weather. That's coming up later in the newscast.
All right, we'll check back with you, Justin. Thank you. And you can stay up to date on the weather conditions anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team Weather app to get the latest weather conditions and even follow Radar Live. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store. If you have any travel plans over the next several hours, here's what the latest road conditions look like. Let's begin by taking a look at what it is in North Dakota. Scattered ice reported to the north along Interstate 29. In fact, a large area, including Devils Lake and Cooperstown, also seeing scattered ice. There are scattered wet and slushy conditions to the south along Interstate 29. Over in Minnesota, mostly normal road conditions being reported. Roads are partially covered east of Grand Forks and then heading north to the Canadian border. And if you want to take a better look at these maps, go to our website, valleynewslive.com, click on the weather tab, then go to the road conditions. Vandals have struck again this holiday season. The latest, their target was an evergreen tree at Moorhead's Woodlawn Park. The tree is basically cut in half, and there are a few answers as to who did it or why. Valley News Team's Bradford Eric saws to the bottom of this holiday heist.
What's a Christmas tree cost nowadays? 20, 30 bucks at a local store? Well, some holiday vandals decided they just weren't going to pay for a tree that costs nearly 10 times that amount. It's the first in a row of evergreen trees at Moorhead's Woodlawn Park. For those in charge, it's pretty frustrating.
It is, especially when we do work so hard to maintain our urban forest, and the fact that you just lose 12 or 14 years on a growth of a healthy tree is pretty disappointing.
Steve Moore oversees the Public Works Department, who takes care of trees in the city. He says these wannabe Yuletide loggers could face criminal charges.
Well, it'll be destruction of public property, so they could be issued a citation, just like illegal dumping of trash in a recycle area or anything like that.
We're talking about a fine worth several $1,000s, making it a pretty pricey Christmas tree.
Well, yeah, I don't know who would have the goal to really try and do something like that around here. You know, it's a small community. I don't know where they're going to try and hide it.
Robert Freeman and his buddies were just enjoying the nice day.
Just snowboarding.
And to the park is a wide open space he says they come to frequently.
They have people these days, probably drunk.
Would you call this person a Christmas Grinch?
A Grinch? I don't know. It wasn't really a Christmas present that he stole, but, you know, yeah, sure, I'll go with Grinch.
I would certainly call him a Grinch, yes. I mean, who does that, right?
The Noel tree nabbers leave behind half a tree that Moore says will have to be dug out come spring. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
It's estimated that the tree was probably about 20 feet high and worth several $100s. We have new information now on a Grand Forks house fire from earlier this week. The cause has been identified as an electrical issue. Investigators say they found an inline splice not properly located in an electrical junction box. This resulted in the arcing and sparking of some wires and then igniting nearby material, catching fire. Investigators also say the fuse connected to the electrical circuit was too large to properly operate. The fire at 818 South 22nd Street started in the attic area. Smoke quickly spread throughout the rest of the home. The attic area of the house was damaged, and there was extensive smoke damage throughout the home. Now keep these in mind to avoid a similar problem. Replace or repair damaged electrical cords and consider having additional circuits or outlets added by a qualified electrician and have it inspected by your local electrical inspector. 3 teens are under arrest tonight after Fargo police stopped a car they say was stolen from Moorhead. Police tell Valley News Live a 16-year-old boy was arrested for felony car theft. 2 others in the vehicle were also arrested, one taken in for drugs, another wanted on a warrant. 3 other people in the car were released. A check scam has been floating around the Bemidji area, and police there tell us they believe the people responsible are printing their own checks using false banking account information. These checks are printed with several different names and have been used to buy multiple items by several different people in Bemidji, Bagley, Black Duck, Fawston, and the surrounding area. Police would like to remind businesses to verify the authenticity of any payment form and check for identification. If you see anything suspicious, obviously contact police. North Dakota Attorney General Wayne Stenjum issued a warning to North Dakota residents to not fall for an IRS scam. Stenjum says the calls that people have been getting have been going around the state for 3 years now. But in this latest version, scam artists call and claim the taxpayer has ignored previous messages and will be charged with fraud. They'll leave a number for you to call back, but Stenjum urges not to. Either delete the message or hang up. If you do receive a fake call, be sure to report it directly to the United States Treasury Inspector General. Security was boosted at Minnesota's Mall of America today for the latest Black Lives Matter protest. 30 Minnesota State Patrol officers were on hand for the early afternoon protest. It's the latest in an ongoing string of demonstrations by protesters who are trying to pressure authorities to release video footage. The footage is of a 24-year-old man who was fatally shot by Minneapolis police on November 15th. Mall officials tried to block the protest because the mall is on private property. A judge still granted the protesters access to the mall, only barring 3 organizers from attending. It's a special Christmas for one Grand Forks family. Later on Valley News Live at 6, how this family is celebrating this year's holiday.
And temperatures stay mild, and we're going to be quiet and below normal compared to what we've been seeing over the next couple of days. Then we're watching a system for Saturday. I'll get into that in full weather next.